Let us learn about switch case here. For explanation, I will take a variable and this value will be 1. Now based on the value of variable, I will write switch case. So what I am going to do is, if the value is 1, I will display 1. If it is 2, I will display 2, and so on. So I will write first case, case 1, cout 1. Then as after every case I have to write break statement, so I have written a break statement. Then case 2, cout 2, then break. Then case 3, cout 3, then break statement. I will also add a default option. Default, it's optional, I am using it. Cout, I will say invalid number. End of switch case. Now after this I will add 2 and else so that I get some space in between the output. Now here you can see that the value of x is 1, so switch case 1, it will jump onto 1 and print 1, and break, it will come out of switch case. Let me run and see what happens. Yeah, 1. Here if I make the value of variable x as 2, then it will directly jump on case 2 and print 2 and come out of switch. Let us run once again. Yeah, it is true. So similarly for 3 it will work. If I give the value as 4, then see what happens. There is no option for 4. I have only 3 cases available here, so it has jumped on to default block where it is showing invalid number. Even if I give -4, it will go to default. So other than 1, 2, 3, it will go to default. Now let us see what is the role of break. If the x value is 1 and if I remove break statement from here, and this break statement, I have removed 2 break statements. Value of x is 1, so it will come on the case 1, and there is no break, so it will execute following case. There is no break, so it will also execute the next case. If I run the program, then I'll get the output as 1, 2, 3. All 3 things are displayed here. So it's mandatory to give break if you don't want the second case to be executed. So this is called as fall through in switch case. When it comes on to case 1, then it will fall through all the cases until it finds a break statement that will drag this control out of switch case. Let us check, can I write this default in the beginning or do I have to write only at the end? So I will copy this and paste here, and after this I will write break statement, and for every case I will include break statement. Now let the option be 1 only and see what happens. It's printing 1. If I give the option as a 10, let us see what happens. It will jump on to default. So default block can be written anywhere. This option can be written anywhere inside the switch. Let us use a debugger and see how it is working depending on the value. So I'll put a breakpoint here. So just I click here in Xcode, so it will add a breakpoint. So upon the number I have clicked, so it has added a breakpoint, and I will give this X value as a 3. Now I will run it. So it will stop here at switch. At this point it has to take the value of X and jump to the corresponding case block. So the value of X is 3, right? So it has to jump on case 3. Now I'll press function F7, that is F7. Now you can see that directly it has jumped on case 3 without checking case 1 and case 2. So that's how switch cases are faster compared to if and else. Same code I can write it using else if also, but switch case is faster in else if I use the same code, then I have to write many else if, and it will check all of them to reach at this point. So that's it. In Next video you can find some examples using switch case.